Hello, and welcome to the 32nd annual installment of Hot Chips. My name is Gabriel Southern, and I'm a member of the Hot Chips Organizing Committee. This year, Hot Chips is being held as a virtual conference, and I want to take a few moments to explain how Hot Chips organizers expect attendees to participate in this year's virtual conference. There are three main features that we expect attendees to interact with. First is the live video streaming links of the conference presentations, both tutorials and the main conference. The presentations will be live streamed and also recorded, and the recordings will be made available shortly after each presentation is complete. Second, the hc32.slack.com workspace that will be used for attendees to ask questions of live presenters and also interact with poster presenters and sponsors during the conference. Finally, this website that has links to all relevant content, including presentation slides and recordings after the presentations are complete. I'll briefly explain each section in turn, but first I want to explain the email that registered attendees should have received, which provides information about logging in and accessing the various different systems. Here's an example email. It's the one that I received, and so I'm showing a screenshot where I've redacted some personalized information. The first information that's shown is the username and password that will be used to log in to the attendee site. I'm already logged into the site that I just showed you, but I will pull over a different window that shows what it looks like when you get prompted for the password. So the attendee page is accessible to anyone, but for instance, if you try to click on the conference link, you will get prompted for a password. And that is the password, username and password that you would read from the registration email you received here. You will also have a tutorial livestream password if you registered for tutorials, and a conference livestream password if you registered for the main conference program. Finally, there's a section of the email that has a link that can be used to join the hc32.slack.com workspace. When you click on that link, you'll be asked to use the email used for work. Please use the email address that you used to register for Hot Chips. We will be cross-referencing the email that you used to create your Slack account with the emails that were used for registration. Also note that all of these passwords are personalized per attendee, and it's intended for your use only. If you share passwords, your access may be disabled. So jumping back to the main attendee page, I will point out a few of the features that are available. At the top, you have links to various different portions of the content. The video stream link will show a live stream of whatever is currently being broadcast during the conference. So conference has not started yet, so there's nothing showing right now. The tutorials link will include a link to the tutorials live stream, which is separate from the conference live stream. Tutorials start on Sunday, August 16th. And you also see links here to these links will eventually include links to the proceedings or the presentations associated, the slides with the presentation, as well as a link to the Slack channel that is used to ask questions about that particular talk. And I will explain the Slack channels in more detail shortly. So that's for the tutorials. You'll be able to see the tutorial schedule, and likewise for the conference. The other aspect that you'll see is the live stream page will prompt you to say, already have a ticket, enter your password. So that's the password that is shown in the registration email that I referenced earlier. So if I jump over to the Slack workspace, you can access that through hc32.slack.com. And you will see a bunch of channels on the left. So the way we have organized the Slack workspace is there are Channels for administrative information. We have 3 channels available. One for announcements that is made only Hot Chips organizers can post to. A second channel for help, A2-help. This is available for any attendee to post questions where they need help or clarification about conference logistics. Finally, a general channel that anyone can post to for general advice, questions, recommendations, and ways to get networking or other activities started. Then the main focus is channels associated with the conference presentations. So you'll see a large number of channels that everyone should be subscribed to. The first set are the channels that are associated with the presentations. These are prefaced by a C, which stands for conference, and then it will be associated with the specific talk. So for instance here, C1-1-Intel-Ice Lake_SP is the first conference session's first talk from Intel about the Ice Lake SP processor. So you can see that in the list here. Or if you are on the conference page from the attendee page, there'll be a link here that you can click on, and that will take you directly to this channel. So that's the channels for the conferences, conference talks. Likewise, there's channels for the keynote talk. There's channels for the poster presentations. There's sponsor channels. These sponsor channels are channels where sponsors will have a virtual table and may answer questions and interact with attendees. So for example, Marvell has some information already on their sponsor channel, and they are plan to have people manning this channel or staffing it on Monday and Tuesday to ask or respond to questions during the breaks. So that's the sponsor. And then finally, the tutorial channels are again for questions. So you can see, for instance, here in the C1-1-Intel-Ice Lake_SP channel, this is a note from the session chair, and he will be monitoring this channel during the talk. And if you ask questions that are relevant to the talk, then during the live Q&A section at the end of the speaker's presentation, the session chair can read from these questions and get the speaker to respond to them. So this is how we have the Slack channels organized. Hopefully it will be useful for attendees and make it easy for speakers to respond to questions. One other note is that speakers may optionally choose to come back and respond to questions at the end of their talk. That is optional for the speaker. It depends on what they choose to do. But the session chairs will be monitoring these channels during the talk, and they certainly will pull from the channels if there are questions relevant to the talk. So that is how the Slack channels are organized, and there's also information. There's a frequently asked questions, as well as a detailed attendee help page that basically explains everything I said in this screencast in more detail in a sort of 5-page format. So hopefully this is helpful for some people, and look forward to seeing all of you at the conference virtually. I hope that you enjoy Hot Chips 32, our first time having a virtual conference, and please feel free to provide feedback so we can improve and make it better in the future. Thank you.